Hey everybody, welcome to FrewCast episode 5. Today we are joined by the two greatest people ever, me and the amazing Drew. How are you doing today?
Thanks. Doing pretty good. I've been awake for a solid 30 minutes now.
Three, two,
30
one,
minutes?
brawl!
That's honestly,
Crazy.
yeah, it really is crazy. That's more than how long I've been awake.
Yeah. Well, schedules and illness just didn't work this week, and now we're having to record early on a Friday morning, and you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
when I'm
yeah.
when I'm
Here we
not
are.
even I'm not even in state. I'm at a fucking hotel right now.
Yeah.
Uh, hey, but that's
Thank
cool
God
though.
for thank God for portable things. Am I right?
For real. Not only that, but also free Wi-Fi at hotels. Shout out to Wi-Fi.
True. True. To the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. I don't know if I told you this, but I bought a 20th anniversary Slave One.
Um, um, which I know that that's from Star Wars, but I don't know which one it is.
It's Boba Fett starship,
Oh, okay, okay. Really?
and yeah, so they made so Lego Star Wars started um in 1999, and so in 2019 they did a whole run of these. And I found some because it's retired, right? So like you can't go to a store and buy it now.
Hmm.
Um, but if people are selling them, obviously you can get it. So I'm sending you on Discord the pictures. Um, the minifigure haul was insane, and like the ship itself is like the size of my face. But I finished building it last night. Um, it's pretty cool. I just got to figure out a way to get Boba Fett into the little clear part where his like chair would be for like flying it and stuff for display
Yeah,
purposes. But I'm gonna like zip tie it, or I'm gonna figure out something to get it like to stand vertically like it's flying. For a display.
that's actually pretty dope. I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
it was
completely
a fun build.
honest.
It was a
I
it was a fun build.
I could imagine. Like, I'm people might hate me for this, but I really don't care for Star Wars all that much. But nonetheless, I do like everything that's in it. Like, I love the AT-ATs, the characters, but like the story wise, I don't really think that it's that good.
I mean,
And
listen, y-
I mean,
you're on a podcast with somebody who has a Star Wars tattoo,
uh-huh.
and I get it. Not everybody's into the same stuff. Okay, as long as you're not disrespectful,
No. I mean,
we're
you
okay.
think you think I disrespect Mark Hamill?
He's the goat. I mean, him as Joker.
Yeah. In I don't know. He was an animated Joker.
Yeah, yeah, well, he was. Yeah, he was animated. He's like the best, or one of the best animated Jokers.
Yeah. Oh, oh, dude, you know it comes out today as we're recording this.
What?
Utopia, the newest Travis Scott album. And no, I'm not promoting that. So don't listen to it if you're listening to this, unless Travis Scott decides to join our podcast, then listen to it. Otherwise, don't listen to it.
Um, you know, I think the problem for me I'm not it's not that I don't like Travis Scott, but I don't think I've ever tried to give him the full chance and listen to a full album. Like, I've listened to certain songs, but I've never gone through and been like, "Oh, let me sit down and listen to an entire album."
Yeah, same.
And,
This is
like
gonna be the first one for me.
yeah. So, I might try it out. Wait, it already dropped? Again, not
Uh,
promoting, but did it drop or is it dropping, like, tonight at midnight, available tomorrow?
it's probably it. Let me check. Again, we're not, promoting it. Oh, it's out right now. Again, not promoting it. It's just him. There's no, there's no. It's literally just him. Nobody else is on the album. That's
What?
crazy. That's crazy. Except for one. On K-pop, he has, which is actually a pretty decent song. Again, not promoting. On K-pop, he released it before Utopia released, and it had like two different people on there, but in the album, it doesn't show that anyone's in it. So, anyways, what else happened this week? Um, One of our
Um,
senators froze up.
yeah, man, listen, I gotta be honest, okay? I know a lot of people are very much like, "I don't like anybody that's in this party or whatever," right? And I'm not gonna get into government ideas or opinions, but I hope the dude's okay.
Yeah,
Like, I at least hope that he's, like, medically okay, because that's kind of scary that can be kinda scary if it was from a medical condition.
yeah. I, I'm glad somebody between us two thinks like that, because what I was thinking when I saw that, I was like, dude, are you gonna take the card out?
Oh my gosh.
Uh, that it was funny. It was funny though.
Disrespectful.
A lot of people on my For You page were like just like, ah, fuck this dude. He's a white person, and I'm like, okay.
I
I
mean,
really, what more can I say? If I say anything, I'm gonna sound like I'm racist because
then
I'm
yeah,
defending.
maybe quit there.
Yeah. Anyways, something about aliens
Wait.
happened this week, right?
Yeah, something did happen about aliens. So, for the longest time, there have been all these stories, um, like, UFO crashed in the desert and UFO crashed here or alien spotted here, like all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And people have always been like, well, I don't know if I believe in aliens. And I just need to be honest here. I, myself, I've always believed in aliens. And it comes from the part of my brain that is like science oriented.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is it that we know that there are different universes? We know there are all these different planets and all these different systems and all of this stuff. Well, sorry. I say universes. I mean like systems of like planets and stuff, not universes. Okay.
Galaxies.
Galaxies. That's what I meant. Um, I'm not talking about Spider-Man or something here. But
Aw.
yeah, yeah. Uh, but I've always believed in it. And growing up, like it was always this debate, and people were like, "No, aliens aren't real. How could you believe in aliens? We're
Were you
and you know,
stupid?
and I part of it is the religious idea of like God created humans, and humans are like the most important, and all of that stuff. And I understand that point of view. I truly do.
Yeah.
Um, but again, like I said, I've always looked at it from the science part. And so I've always thought it was kind of crazy that they were like, or people were like, there's no possible way aliens exist. There's like no way that's a real thing. Um, and then back in June, like a month ago at this point, or like a little over a month ago, there was one press briefing that happened where they basically like they were like, yeah, there's aliens, and like nobody cared. And I was on my honeymoon and saw a tweet when I was on a train one day, and I like was like, holy crap. And so like I was looking at all the stuff that they had announced and what they had been saying or whatever. And I was like, well, I hope they do more because I don't know if you remember, but a while ago there were like Navy um commanders or like ex Navy people that were coming out and saying that like while they were on their ships out at sea, they would see like UFOs and whatnot.
Hmm.
And like when that came out, the public was like, wait a minute. You can't just say a few things like that and then expect us to not want to know more. And then
Yeah,
they made us wait forever to tell us anything else.
I mean, but you got to think about it, because like from a government viewpoint, like making sure that everybody's, not freaking the shit out. That's a very good way to do it. Like, hey, it's it's odd because for movies and TV shows and video games, it works the exact opposite. But like for like public protection, like if you were to sit here and be like, "Hey, so so somebody died yesterday. Don't know who." That would freak everybody out. But if you were like, "Oh yeah, somebody did this, they're probably not doing well right now. We will update you more later." People are going to be wary, but it's not going to be as bad, you know? Like don't get me wrong, I don't fully support any government, but they do a somewhat decent okay job at not making everybody fear for their lives. Sometimes. My favorite
Yeah.
is I hate to bring this back up because it happened like 2 months ago at this point, but the whole sorry, the whole uh people dying in that submarine.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think it's funny that they died, but I think it's funny that one of the main people who were supposed to go on there said, "No, that's unsafe. Let's make sure that it's safe." And everybody else was like, "Nah, it's safe." Rich people, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. Rich people. I do agree, I guess. I think that I think I'm big brain enough. That if they would have just dropped all the stuff about aliens at once, I would have been like, holy shit.
No way.
I would have been like, yo, I was right this whole time. Aliens do exist.
You wouldn't
I don't,
even get it.
okay.
You wouldn't
Like,
even
when
read
it,
that and be like, "Oh my God, oh my God." You'd read it and then go up to those friends that were like, "No, they don't exist," and be like, "What's this, bitch? What's this? Yeah, yeah, you're wrong, bitch." That's
okay.
what I'd
wh-
do.
so I would, I'm not promoting, I'd like to believe that most people at this point have heard Pillow talking by Lil Dicky.
Yes, I hope so.
And like in that, the whole argument is like you don't believe in aliens, and she's like, okay, but God, right?
And he's like,
Um,
why
I had
can't
a
God
co, I
fuck
had a
with aliens?
yeah. Why can't it be like a small side project for this guy? I had a coworker this year. That I mean, she was fun. She, we, it was a good team dynamic and stuff. And one day, we were just talking about stuff, and I brought up aliens, and her point of view was exactly like the girl in Pillow Talking.
Oh,
She was like, no, aliens don't exist. There's no way. We are the only sentient creatures, and God made us that way. Um, and so I was like, okay. Um, I don't agree. And I don't know. I might have read the situation wrong. I feel like she got a little frustrated with me that I was hinting at aliens being a real thing. Um, but some people are very tied to religion, and that's okay.
yeah.
Like they don't like a lot of scientific ideas because of how close they are with religion, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Um, but I just was really hoping she wasn't going to try and change my mind about aliens because I was like, bro, aliens are out there. You can't tell me anything different.
Yeah.
They're probably in our government right now as like scrolls or something. Like we probably have alien senators or something.
We just don't know it. Do you think that that's why the dude froze? He
No, I think that was a true medical emergency, Frosty. Also, okay,
I'm
this is like
sorry.
side note real fast, then we'll get back to aliens. Um Last episode with Sam, which was great. Loved it.
Mhm. Go
Do you know
watch it
how
if you
weird it
haven't.
Yeah. Do you know how weird it was calling you Jordan?
Dude, as soon as he said it at first, I was like, I'm going to tell him to call me Frosty. And then he said it again, and I was like, actually, I don't mind this. Also, that episode is at like 17 plays right now on Spotify specifically.
Let's go.
Like, uh, it's the highest one on Spotify, but the first episode is the highest one on YouTube, which I mean, I'm kind of happy about, but it's also like, come on now, we have more episodes. Go listen to them.
Yeah, go listen. Go, yeah, go. Well, I will say part of it, um, Sam did promote it on his story.
Yeah, he promote.
And so that could be part of it, which, grateful that he did.
I shat
Um,
myself.
I wonder, okay,
Yeah.
that's one way to feel. Um, yeah. But okay, sorry, hold on. I have a story about aliens that it might sound stereotypical. It might
Like
not.
Rogue.
No.
Okay.
Um, but the thing is, I've told this story to a few different people, okay?
Mhm.
And up until now, when I would tell people, they'd be like, "You're an idiot. That's not real. That didn't happen, right?" The thing is, though, I have other people that can back up the story. So here's the story. It was my 16th birthday party.
I don't believe you. You were never 16.
I will fly to wherever you are and drop kick you. So I pick up my two best friends in high school. Shout out Cameron and Melvin.
Really,
Um
you're just gonna shout out random people.
yeah, I am. But so I went to school 30 minutes from like my house, right?
Mhm.
And so we had to drive up. to go get them from the area of like where my school was, and we pick them up, and they don't live too far from each other. We go back to my hometown. We go bowling and we do dinner and all this fun stuff, and it was a great time. But then we had to go take them home. So, because it was night and I just started driving, whatever, um, my dad was like, "Okay, I'll drive you guys back up there, and Drew, you can ride with him." I was like, "Okay, cool." So we're driving. We get we're going up, and this is not like the area they live in is not like a like country backwoods or something like that. It's a populated area. Okay. Um, So we're driving and we drop off Melvin first. Okay. And we drive past this it is a small field. It's not even a mile in length, right?
Mhm.
So we drive past it and we get him home. I'm like, all right, deuces. Thanks for coming. That was awesome. I'll see you at school, in the fall. So it was my dad, Cameron, and and we're in the car. We're just, I think my dad was telling jokes or whatever. We were laughing and we passed by that field again. Speed limit was like 30, 35. All of a sudden, a giant green light, like a beam, hits the ground in the field, is there for a couple seconds, and then shoots back up. Like just shoots right back up into the sky. And we see this and we're like, I look in the back seat at Cameron. I look at my dad. My dad looks at me. And we all at the same time are like, "Did you see that?" And my dad floors it. I mean, like, speed limit was 30, 35. That dude was going like 60 or 65.
Would too, dude.
And what?
I said I would too.
No, I mean, like, obviously, our first thought, we were like, aliens. And so we like speed off, we get Cameron home. And then the thing is, my dad and I then have like a 25-minute drive home. And we both were like silent for a little bit. And then all of a sudden, like halfway there, I looked at him and I was like, we saw that green light, didn't we? And it wasn't like a laser. Like, like a laser's like thin, like little stream of light or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This was like a circle of light.
Like
Like
like a whole
a
ass beam.
um, yeah, like I'm trying to think of like the size of it. Like I don't know. I don't know. It was large. It was like a trampoline. Yeah, like the size of a circular trampoline. And it just hit the ground, was there for a couple seconds, and disappeared. And I'm telling you, I've told that story, and every time that I tell it, people are like, "You're insane. That didn't happen. Aliens aren't real." And I'm like, "Dog, aliens are real.
And I'm just like, bitch, I saw it.
I saw it. I know. I know what I why would I lie about that? Why would I lie about
Dude,
aliens, you know?"
honestly, I agree. Like what what could you possibly get out of that? Out of lying and making up a story like that?
I
Dude,
mean, I could write a book or something, I guess, but like,
speaking of books, they're books, right? Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that.
okay, okay, but with aliens, if you can't tell, I'm very passionate about this subject.
Uh,
Um,
I kind of figured.
so with that, have you ever seen they I don't know the full story behind it, but it's a movie called The Fourth Kind.
No.
Okay. Let me Google this real fast. Um, so it is a pseudo documentary. um, reporting the dramatic reenactment of true events that occurred in Nome, Alaska. Alaska is apparently this giant hotspot for like alien activity. Um, the movie itself is weird, and like part of it is like they're trying to say that it's the true story of a woman that was involved with aliens, and like her child was abducted and never got the child back, and all of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But one of the things that they say about aliens and all of that, or at least in that movie, um, everyone in that area that had reported seeing aliens, it was like the night before or shortly before the contact happened. They looked out their window at night and there was a white owl. And it's like multiple people of like different lifestyles and stuff like reporting I was abducted by aliens. I saw this white owl, and like all of a sudden, like boom, I made contact with aliens. And again, it's different lifestyles, so it was like no clue as to why it was like this person, this person, this person. There was no like direct correlation besides they're all human. Um, and like again, the movie itself, it's a pseudo documentary. I don't know how much of it is true, and all that stuff. The woman that it's about, I forgot her name. It's probably somewhere, like, you can Google it. Um, yeah, I don't think it's, like, the exact truth, right?
Yeah.
Um, but again, if you look up disappearances and, like, people reporting aliens and stuff, in Alaska, there is a ton of it. Like, people talking about, you know, seeing the lights from the ships and all that stuff, like, there's a lot of reports of aliens in that state.
Hmm.
So I don't know, man. It's wild. And like the crazy thing to me with what they announced was the guy that was being questioned. It basically had to take the approach of like he had to be careful with what he said because obviously, it's like secret intel, whatever. But they announced that there's been a program for decades that is like part of recovering crashed ships um
Pilots, I think that's what it said.
and pilots and all that stuff and like technology, and they're also like um reverse engineering it to try and figure out how the stuff works and all this stuff.
Hmm.
And like they're flat out saying like it is not of human origin. Like that is something they have fully announced. They're like, this is not of human origin. This is not from like us, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Um, and one of the questions, so a woman, or I think it was a woman, might have been the man that was asking the question. I don't know. But they were like, "So have you seen the ships? Have you seen the bodies and all of that?" And the guy responds, and I believe he confirmed that he was like, "The people that I know that are part of this program and all of that stuff, yeah, they've been part of the ships and all and the reverse engineering and all of that." Um, and he was very open, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, have you seen the bodies of the aliens of the pilots?" To which he then goes, "I cannot answer that here, but I can answer it behind closed doors." Like,
So what I'm hearing is he definitely did see them.
he's definitely seen the pilots, which is
Yeah.
insane. I don't know, man. Again, as somebody that's always believed they're out there, it makes me happy hearing all of this. I know some people are like, I don't care. Some people are scared. Um, I do think the memes about it's like, oh, they announced aliens. Are they going to pay my bills? Then I don't care. I think those memes are funny because it's like we're more worried about trying to live life on Earth and actually get through life than we are about aliens coming to visit us. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, no, I've been reading everything.
I saw a meme that was like aliens when they realize that humans really don't give a shit if they exist or not, and they're just dancing in a club.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really sad because like flashback to at least 10 years from now, if they were to say this then, everybody would have freaked out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But
People
honestly,
would, people would, yeah.
I'm really excited about it. Like I know that my tone and like how I've been contributing to the conversation definitely doesn't seem like it, but like I've believed in aliens uh, from the beginning. Like as soon as I learned that aliens were a possible thing or like a fairy tale, I was like, oh no, see those exist. But
I, the thing is, a lot of people are like, aliens? Oh, you mean those like little green dudes? Talking about like some ET looking people? Like, I don't think they're gonna look like our movie depictions of aliens. I
yeah,
could honestly see them looking almost human, but like slightly off, like different different skin tones or like I don't know, like I could just see them looking almost human and like walking on, two leg, what all that stuff. Um, but like all I know is if they show footage and they look like ET, I'm done. I'm over it. I don't care anymore. I don't want some ET looking aliens walking around Earth. I don't want that at all.
okay. But what about some Men in Black ones? Like let's say the weird looking shrimp like ones. How would you feel about those?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. The Men in Black ones sometimes look a little scary.
Sometimes they do.
Like if you in the mindset of like them walking up to you,
I'd
like
I'd lose my shit. Like not even in a
I
good way. I'd be straight up like, "Red."
yeah, I'd be a little scared, a little bit, because yeah, I'd be like, yo, what is this thing? You know? I will say the thing that the thing that worried me is at one point they were talking about are the pilots, are the aliens violent? Like are they here for violence?
hmm
And the dude responded with saying that there was somebody that he knows that is in the program that did indeed get injured by one of the pilots and the pilot attacked them. But at the same time, was it like a fight or flight instinct that kicked in for the pilot and they were like, these people are gonna hurt me?
I definitely think that
Or
it was.
because
Because I
like,
mean,
okay, we're being honest. If they have spacecrafts that can go from planet to planet or galaxy to galaxy, whatever, and then can enter our atmosphere, fly around, and then leave, they obviously have the technology that could easily wipe us out. So in my brain, I don't think that it's a thing where they're like, yes, we want to kill humans,
yeah,
you know? And again, I could be very wrong. I could be insanely wrong. And if that happens, aliens, I'm on your side, just so you know. but like
Please
I
finish
think
up.
that it was I think it was like a, you know, an accident, like freaked out kind of thing.
I mean, you gotta think realistically. Realistically, let's say those two pilot or like that pilot that did get violent came from a completely different galaxy. Didn't even know that ours existed. Realistically, they probably did, but like they probably didn't know that we existed when they came to our planet, right?
Yeah.
So you're this super intelligent creature flying through space at light speeds. Your plane has some issue and you're freaking out because it has an issue. You crash on this random planet that already most likely looks different than any of the ones that you've ever been on. And
Yeah.
then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, some creature that's that's speaking a completely different language is like, I'm here to help, or I'm here to do some studies on you, or this or that. You're going to freak the fuck out. You're not going to understand what the hell it's saying. You're not going to understand if it's harmless or harmful. Like it's like for us, it would be like if we go into the woods and then a bear just comes up to us. Like, safety protocols and whatnot, but nonetheless, you're going to be freaking the fuck out.
Well, yeah, yeah, you would. And like I don't um sorry, I had a cough.
No, it's all good.
Um the thing that the thing that's kind of getting me right now is one of the I don't know if it was a senator or what, but they were like, "Oh, hey, this is a message from the aliens." And then read it in English, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, what?
Mhm.
They speak English? Or did they have a translator? Like, what? Huh?"
I would hope
That
not.
that little part, I just don't. It was a whole message, and it was like, um, it was like the aliens were like, "You need to do better with your planet because if you don't, then what's gonna happen is like you're all gonna die. Like your planet is overpopulated. Your leaders are not doing what they're supposed to do to fix it. Basically saying like if the world were to work together, everything would be okay and everybody would be fine. But instead, y'all constantly like threaten with war and all this stuff. And like the person read all of this, and I was like, I don't think I'm believing that this actually happened. That this was a communication that happened. Um, but I like the sentiment behind it.
Yeah, that dude's
But
probably dead though.
no, I don't think so.
He told every government in the world that they're doing stuff wrong and that they should be a better government. I don't
I
know.
mean, dude, people say that all the time, though.
I mean, yeah, but not flat out to every government in the world. Nobody says that to the Chinese government in front of their face, especially if they're foreign. Nobody says that to the
True.
Russian government to their face, especially if they're foreign. Like, I feel
I
like
don't
we
know,
can
man.
say it about our government because we're US citizens, but nonetheless, I'm not taking any fucking risks, and I'm not going to disrespect the government because I don't know what they have. They might shoot fucking laser beams, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking that femboys are pretty. Because that's the
Yeah,
modern day government agenda.
yeah, that's their agenda.
Stay woke.
Bro, after talking about aliens, my brain is now just gonna be paranoid, and I'm just gonna be like, "Oh shit, better not see a white owl."
Actually, wait, I will.
Listen, if you don't hear from me, you know what happened.
You saw a white owl freaked out and to crash your car.
Well,
I hope that doesn't
I
happen.
was thinking, I was thinking more of I was abducted, but
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess. No disrespect to you, you're really pretty, but why would they abduct you?
maybe they haven't done experiments on redheads yet.
That's the only reason why people get abducted. They just look different.
Yeah, yeah. What if these aliens are like Superman, and they come to Earth, and the atmosphere gives them superpowers?
I'd be very upset. But like they only have the superpowers on our Earth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the problem is that like if we try to go to their planet, we die because we can't breathe in their atmosphere.
But if we do the exact same thing, we fucking die. That's kind of funny. I mean, it's not, but it is very funny. Hmm. Just this whole thing about aliens. Again, I'm not hating on it because I love the idea of aliens, but I woke up an hour ago. This is way too much for my brain. I haven't even done my morning poop yet.
Wow, that's yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, I know, but I knew that if I went ahead and did it, this would have been postponed.
Frosty, you liar.
What do you mean, you liar?
I just quickly looked over,
Uh-huh.
and on Twitter,
What
um,
did I do on Twitter? Follow me on Twitter, LOLPA underscore two underscore Frosty.
no. You didn't do anything on Twitter.
Okay.
You told me that Utopia was just Travis Scott.
Dude, I shit you not. On Spotify, it only shows Travis Scott.
Yeah, it might only show him, but I'm looking at the entire list of people that are featured
Oh my
on
God.
Utopia.
Kill yourself. Don't actually.
Drake, Future,
Oh my
Bad
God,
Bunny, The
Drake's on here.
Weeknd, Beyonce, Playboy Cardi, Kid Cudi, Sheck West, Young Thug, Swale, 21 Savage. Yo, who is Tizo Touchdown?
He was teacher touchdown. As long as two rare ain't on here, I'm cool. Dude, I listened to
Let
that
me go. Let me go.
2020. I listened to the 2023 cipher, and that shit was terrible. There was like two
I
good
mean,
people.
there's more people on here. I just don't know how to say their names.
Real.
I can't believe he got Beyonce on here.
I can't believe that ASAP Rocky is fucking around with Rihanna. I can't believe that ASAP Rocky got Rihanna pregnant.
I don't know anything about that. I don't. I don't follow music like I used to.
I try not to because, I'm becoming somewhat of an adult. I have to pay attention to my personal things. But it's also like, I don't know. Why not?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But like, I used to be the person that was like, "Oh man, new releases, let's go." And now I'm kind of like I just go on Spotify and there's like it pops up new music for you or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just click and I listen, and if I like it, I'll kind of like add it to my liked playlist or whatever.
Hmm.
And there we go. And if I
You just
and
cut out.
there's a what's the last thing you heard?
You'll add it to your liked playlist.
Oh, and then everything else, I'll just say whatever to. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I feel that.
But like, there's two artists that I'll actually, well, it's a band and an artist that I look out for new music. And my favorite band is Cold War Kids, and then my favorite artist is Ski Mask Slump God.
What a fucking white person. Ski Mask is such a good artist, though. I love that dude.
I thought you were about to tell me that you didn't like Ski, and I was about to leave this call.
Dude, I'm a hip hop fan. Of course, I like Ski.
Oh, sorry, no, I do need to add somebody else to it. Denzel Curry.
Denzel Curry. Okay, okay. The main people who I've been on a kick with as of right now have been somebody called See Through Ryu or Ria,
Mm-hmm.
and he got like 25,000 people on Spotify that listen to him. Uh, and then honestly, pr- I I do not condone anything that he says. I just like his music. Kanye. Again, I do not condone anything he says.
Hey, but people are saying that he's okay now because
He watched
Jonah
21 Jump
Hill.
Street.
He watched 21 Jump Street and he likes Jonah Hill.
Uh, that's
I'm,
so
you know,
funny
I'm
to me.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. When all of that stuff came out, and it was like, oh, he said this and he said that and whatever. I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't think I want to listen to him. And then there's other stuff. He's kind of problematic in general, and
Yeah.
so like I didn't remove his songs from my playlist, but I definitely skipped them for a while. But like
Yeah.
then he tweeted out Jonah Hill, and I'm like, well, is it okay to listen to the music? I don't know. I'm confused now.
I'm confused now. Uh, Ever since that Spotify DJ thing came out, I'm gonna be honest, that's the only reason why I started to like actually kind of listen to him. Because like I never truly listened to him beforehand. Oh, and I've been listening to a lot of J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Ugh, if
Oh man,
any.
yeah, Kendrick's another one that I look out for new music. Okay, maybe there's more than what I originally said.
Look, dude, Playboy Cardi needs to release a new album.
That's one way to look at it.
What?
I I don't know if I'm a fan of Playboy Cardi. Like I don't hate him. I don't listen to him though. My brother has a playlist that's like a bajillion hours long, and usually when his music pops up, I skip it.
I have a playlist that's private from everyone just because it it's a playlist that goes on for like half a year. Like from front to end, it's about 195 days long.
That's that's a
A-
lot.
And yeah, yeah, it is. It is. And when you're listening to it, it doesn't go from, oh, it doesn't start with like 50 Cent and then go to Eminem and then do this and then do that. No, you'll listen to Juice World and then you'll listen to Shakira and then you'll listen to Reba, the redheaded country singer. Um,
Uh-huh.
and then you'll go all the way to 100 Gex and Hyperpop, and then you'll come and do a loop-de-loop. You'll listen to some Eminem. It's a whole shebang. I have songs from the Ink Spots in 1960. I have so much songs on there that sometimes I go back into that playlist to remember what I like. Because this freaking small brain of mine is strictly music. Nothing flows in or out unless it's music. And the occasional random words, because I have to annoy my partner every now and again.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm.
You know what? You know what? I just thought about it. Maybe I will listen to Utopia during my workout today.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to Utopia after we finish this.
Like,
Again, we're not promoting it. Don't listen
we're
to it.
not. We're not. It's just
Don't.
it's a new release. People are talking about it. You know,
Yeah,
you're
we
gonna
gotta.
see. You're gonna see like at least a few thousand podcasts do reviews on it. You know.
Yeah, and we're not
Okay,
going to review it.
people are on Twitter trying to say album of the year. I
Oh, ooh, I'm gonna
You
have
might
to.
need to chill with that.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, Travis Scott is kind of a good artist, but I wouldn't say album of the year.
Yeah, especially when Burger King dropped their theme song. Like, can you really beat that? Oh man,
Imagine
last night,
listening to a fucking Burger King theme song.
last night I was watching a stream, and while while I was watching it, um, somebody was playing the only up map in Fortnite, right?
Hmm.
And I was watching it just to hear the dude rage because it's hilarious because he like hitting his desk and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, well, at one point he had gotten to like I think it was like the next to last season or whatever, and he falls and right like he falls and he screams, "Damn it!" And it cut to an ad, and all of a sudden I just heard Whopper, 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 and it made it so much better. That was the ad that popped up.
The goodness.
Oh,
I
okay. I will say though, that song is also kind of like I don't know, it's like a bad omen or something. Because during football season, are you? By the way, are you into football at all or no?
uh not really, but I'll listen about it.
Okay, but like during the football season, um, injuries happen throughout the season and all of that stuff. And I'm sure you probably heard about what happened to Damar Hamlin.
Probably. I just don't know what that name
So
is.
they were playing. I think it was one of the night games,
Mhm.
and he went to go try and make a tackle on a dude. And when he did, the dude like leaned forward to try and push through him, and the dude that had the ball hit him in the chest pretty hard. Um, and it caused him to go into cardiac arrest, and he was like no heartbeat and stuff for a few minutes on the field, not like it was bad, right?
Mhm.
Um, Everybody was like freaked out by it. The game stopped. Like that game was never made up. Like it was, yeah, it was a huge deal. Guy's okay now. He's actually like cleared and returning to play this season. Um, but the night that that happened, it happened, and they're like, "We have somebody down on the field. We're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back." And it cuts to TV or to a commercial, and it's the freaking Burger King commercial. And like, I know they don't do it on purpose. Burger King just paid a bunch for advertising, but that is a terrible time to hear about burgers after a man just went into cardiac arrest on the field. And then like, I'm pretty sure at one point there was a quarterback that had like a concussion that like, I mean, he was like knocked out. And they cut to a commercial and it played it, and I'm just like, again, I get it. They didn't mean for it to happen, but holy crap, this is just poor timing.
That's the funniest thing ever. It really is poor timing, but like, I'm gonna be honest. If and my opinion might change during its happening. But if I get like somewhat severely injured, like if I fall from a little bit and my ankle gets broken, and then all of a sudden, fucking fucking fast food theme song comes on, I'm gonna stop for a moment and laugh my ass off, and then instantly go, "All right, can somebody fix this?" It's like,
Yeah.
and then I'm also going to sit here and be like if it's a McDonald's theme, I'm gonna be like, "All right, also can somebody get me Wendy's?" Hashtag not sponsored. Don't get Wendy's.
Wendy's nuts fit in your
And that's this episode.
mouth. You set yourself up, okay?
I did. Uh, oh, I am tired. I might end up going back to sleep after this. I'm super hungry. Dude,
Um,
I had Buffalo Wild Wings for the first time yesterday,
ooh,
and I personally would like to say that I'm pretty okay with spiciness, right?
mhm,
Like, I like a lot of habaneros. Like I won't eat the peppers themselves, but like the flavor of it, I like it, you know. Same with jalapenos. It doesn't do much for my mouth.
mhm.
I got mango habanero at Buffalo Wild Wings. Tell me why this son of a bitch was like 8 times as spicy as the fucking mango habanero that I got from Cosmo. What the shit? Why
It
was
so I agree. I am also a fan of spice. Um, and I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. But when B-Dub says it's spicy, it's I don't know. It's just it's spicier than what you really think it's gonna be. Because the first time that I got mango habanero, I had mango habanero a week before at a different wing restaurant. Went to B-Dubs and I was like, oh, I wonder what theirs tastes like. And I got it on my wings, and I had 6 boneless wings.
Mhm.
I had to endure that pain because I wasn't gonna waste boneless wings, right?
Oh,
I had to
yeah.
go through that pain and eat 6 of them, and the whole time I was like, my mouth hurts. I'm not enjoying myself right now.
That's exactly what my
And
uncle said.
here, so I love B Dubs. Okay, that was like a go-to place in college for me and my roommates. We loved going, and like now I go and like I still like the food, but also it's like, oh man, remember college fun times. And my go-to order is I get 12 boneless wings, Asian zing, and teriyaki, right?
Mhm.
Asian zing, great flavor. Usually, because I think it's listed as like their medium spice category, and usually you would think medium spice would be medium spice. Asian zing is either insanely hot and it hurts, or it is it is less spicy. It has less spice than teriyaki does.
My fucking my uncle got the original buffalo, right?
Yeah,
The standard spice at Buffalo
yeah,
Wild
yeah,
Wings.
yeah.
And I watched this man who, when I tell you he devours spicy food, he made curry, said that it was the non-spicy one that had habaneros. This is at the point where I've never eaten spiciness. And then he was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, if you think that's spicy, try the spicy one." The motherfucker had Carolina Reapers in it, just casually. And it's like, okay, you're insane, but I respect you. This is the same dude who ordered 10 boneless wings, ate half of them and was sweating. I don't know what Buffalo Wild Wings did, but to see that dude sweat from spicy food, I was like, I'm gonna die. Because I got something that was higher than that spiciness. I'm going to fucking die.
Yeah. Yeah. I I don't know. Um you know Zach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we work together and we'll get beat up every once in a while and he likes Asian zing as well. And so when we get it, whoever takes the first bite looks at the other and lets them know if it's a spicy or mild kind of night with Asian zing
Hmm.
because we love the sauce, but it's unpredictable as to what it's going to be. And I don't know if it's like some days you go and it's like the end of their batch of the sauce or it's like I don't know, man. All I know
Yeah.
is sometimes you have it and it burns really bad and sometimes you have it and there's no burn at all. I have tried their blazing sauce, but it's only been like in like a little cup with some fries and all of that. And eating it with fries, I've been able to do that with like, a few fries or whatever. I don't think I'd ever be able to actually do like the blazing challenge or whatever. Like it's just too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think that's a good idea for me. So yeah.
Personally, yeah, I can't say that it's one of my ideas either.
Yeah. I it is what it is. It is what it is. But nah, B Dubs is good. Tomorrow, I'll send you the TikTok because it was sitting to me. Tomorrow is National Wing Day, and B Dubs and other places actually have deals and whatnot going on.
Dude,
So if there's any place like obviously B Dubs is close, but like anything else where you're at right now, that you're interested in, then I say go for it because some places they have some pretty good deals. I think B Dubs is like six free wings when you spend $10 or something.
dude, they actually last night they had a thing. I really wasn't paying attention to the waitress because there was this cute one. I did not at all hit on her because I'm happily in a relationship. But there was this cute one that kept walking past me and like straight staring at me with flirtatious eyes, and I'm like, ah, please stop. Um,
Yeah.
so like I was concerned about that. Like I had the visual look of like, dude, you freaking me out. And the waitress is just going on this and that, and said something about the wings, and I'm like, uh-huh, yeah, I know what I want. Can we order? We order, and me and my uncle are just talking, blah 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 blah. Food comes out. Me and him both ordered 10 wings, right?
Hmm.
We got 40 wings in total. Ah,
Oh yeah, cause yeah. Thursdays is the BOGO with boneless.
I'd prefer boneless.
I do too.
Call,
Um,
call me a
and
weirdo if you want.
people that try to say it's just nuggets, I don't care. I don't. So it's not an insult. I'm a okay with eating nuggets, and if you're not, grow up. No, but I really only go to B Dubs on Thursdays because they have that deal. And like I'll order six and I'll get 12 total, and then I'll get like like a small side of fries or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
and so yeah, so like I usually only go on Thursdays because it is cheaper. Because B Dubs can get kind of expensive, especially if you go and you're like hungry.
Yeah.
Um, but that's a pretty good deal. Tuesdays they have buy one get one half off traditional wings or something like that.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Mm. Well, we've been going on for an hour and 5 minutes, which is way longer than you told me you'd be available. Um,
yeah, we just started talking, man.
yeah,
Aliens and wings. I mean, it's like
I'm
two of my favorite subjects.
What are you supposed to do? I kind of accidentally trapped you into this.
Hey, hey, at least you didn't start talking about the New York Giants because I wouldn't have shut up.
Well, as always, thank you for everybody listening. I would love to see y'all or have y'all listen to us again next week. Um, and thank you, Drew, for joining me. Anything would you like
Of
to
course.
say? Would you?
Anything? Is there anything I'd want to say?
Yeah.
Go listen or watch the other episodes. And if you're listening and you got to this point and you're on YouTube, leave a comment below your favorite wing flavor and if you prefer aliens to eat wings with you.
Actually, actually do that on Spotify too, because you're able to do that on Spotify.
Oh, do it on both. I
Yeah,
didn't know
do
that.
it.